Hello, I'm Leanne Holmesy, and this is more on the hospitality tips for better tips that I put together. You'll notice that it's not hospitality tricks for better tips anymore, because I got some feedback that wasn't their favorite word in the English language, tricks. Because they really are just things that servers can do, that you can do to make more money. So I just came up with the word tricks because they're easy, but apparently, I guess no one likes to be tricked, kind of thing, and that's the way that people interpreted it. So I changed the name to Hospitality Tips for Better Tips, because they're really just my tips that will make your life easier, make more money, and it's a way for your restaurant owner to benefit. I know that's not probably your favorite thing to hear, but when you are creating more possibilities for yourself, more clients, more repeat customers who are coming in and asking for you by name, you are actually creating a better scenario for your boss. It's a fine line trying to discuss this, because really everybody wins. The customer really wins when you are completely engaged. You already know this. And when the customer wins, they tip more. That means you're winning. When the customer feels really connected to you and you feel connected to them, they're effortless. They're not finger snapping or having you run and get, things out of the ordinary. They're not demanding. You know that those customers are easier, so you win. They're coming back more often. The restaurant owner wins. All three components are really, really benefiting from this program. So when I talk about how it benefits your restaurant or the boss, don't dig your heels in and stop listening, because all of this is for you. Okay? That was a long rant. Okay, so I wrote some things down because I want to keep everybody on board with what I'm doing. I put together the program, I made the name, and now I'm just calling it the HTBT program, Hospitality Tips for Better Tips. And now I'm going to try and get it into the hands of restaurant owners, not the program itself, but just so that they know that it's out there. So I'm going to start marketing HTBT to restaurants so that they know that when a server comes in with HTBT on their resume, that this is a no-brainer hire, that this is a person who takes their job very seriously, that they're professional. It's going to make their life easier as a manager or owner of a restaurant if they hire you, somebody with HTBT on their resume, or somebody who says that they've been HTBT trained. That's the direction that I'm going. Okay, so I'll read to you a little bit about why, and this may be a little confusing to you, but the program that I put together, which is free for you, is basically a pyramid shaped. It's on my website, Hospitality Tricks for Better Tips. I haven't changed the URL yet, but I also have a website, Restaurant Consultants NYC, that you can go to too. I'll put the links right down there. But just click on that and you'll find the program in there, and you can just print that out and take it to work with you. I have a video somewhere down here that it's a very, very rough seminar. It's a quick 1-hour seminar. If you watch the seminar with your printed HTBT pyramid, the program in front of you, it'll all make sense. If you can't get to a seminar, then it's a fast seminar. It's like a 1 hour, so it's not complete. It doesn't tell you everything, but it will definitely help you. So print that out. But let me read to you why. These are my notes from last night when I was at work. Let's see. Servers. Now is the time to fill out an HTBT easy application. I'm going to make it really easy to get registered as an HTBT qualified server. So that all right, let me just read then. There are actually 2 ways to get HTBT listed. I'm going to have a database for restaurant owners to access that'll have people who have filled out the application. It'll be all of those people that are on there will be accessible to restaurant owners. Okay, you can attend a seminar. There are 2 ways to get listed. You can attend a seminar or apply online. Either way, it's free. Once listed, employers can find servers like you who bring more to the table than just a pen. You bring passion and understanding of the power that both you and the restaurant hold. You are not just an order taker. You see your section for the limitless small business that it is. The HTBT standard is going to be a cue to employers that you understand business, and that he would be hiring somebody who thinks with a business sense, who wants to develop a bigger clientele. That's huge. If you own a restaurant and somebody comes in and they have a resume that just says, I worked here, there, and the other place, okay. And then they have your resume and it says, I've been HTBT trained, or whatever it's going to say, I'm not sure. I'm familiar with HTBT training. That employer that you're sitting across from knows that you know how to think outside of the box, and that you see your section as your small business, not you're showing up with a pen to work for him. That's a crummy mindset, and that's where most people are living, really, in every field. But when you've gone through the HTBT really quick seminar or application, I'm sure I'll be able to make the application comprehensive enough so that you can completely come to your table or your section with a new frame of mind. When you put that on your resume, it's going to be an automatic hire compared to the other person that doesn't have it on. So these are my notes, because it's really going to be important. This is only 2013, so I'm guaranteeing by 2014, maybe early 2015, after I finish the book, oh my God, that I mean, I'm doing all of this because I'm afraid to write. I really feel like I'm the worst writer on the planet, and so it's easier for me to build a website, build a brand, make videotapes, build a program so that you can make more money than it is for me to actually sit down and write. I'm so bad at it. This is as far as it gets. I have thousands of pages of this, but once I start typing, I get really fearful. I don't know why. Okay, HTBT does not mean that you are the most hospitable person on the planet. Okay, let's just get that clear. It doesn't mean that you are so excited to get things for people. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're going to scream, absolutely my pleasure, when a guest asks you for lemons. Okay, we all know that it's not absolutely your pleasure. Okay, so that's, in my opinion, that's not hospitality, saying absolutely my pleasure to everything, because it's not. And if you're not being truthful about it being your absolute pleasure to get a lemon, what else aren't you to be truthful about? It's kind of a weird way of thinking, but think about, what perception is when you're saying absolutely when it's not. It's something to think about. But it's not, this program has nothing really to do with that kind of hospitality. HTBT means that you see differently from every other person that your restaurant has hired. It tells the employer that you will be making more money for him. Okay, that's a huge thing. I mean, if you were going to hire you or somebody who's basically saying, I'm going to get in there and take orders, and you're standing there saying, I'm going to make you more money, would you hire you? I would hire you. Okay, if you're going to be you're making him more money. It tells the employer that you will be making more money for him, for you, and making sure that your guests are handled handled, okay, that, and I wrote that they'll be handled from the time that they come in, but I had to scratch that off because once you get to the top of the pyramid, you'll see that your VVVIPs are going to have access to a special number for you, and they'll be able to text you ahead of time. You know, maybe they want a special something that, of course, they're going to pay extra for. But they maybe want it on the table ahead of time, or they want a special table, or they, you know, you're going to run out and grab some flowers or something to put on the table, extra, extra, extra. But so this customer actually has access to you before he arrives. Okay, so I was going to write that your guests, you'll be making money for him, the employer, for you, and that you'll be handling your guests from the time that they arrive, but it's before they arrive until way after they leave. Because if you did go ahead and do a videotape or a video for their special occasion, maybe it's an anniversary, maybe it's a birthday, and you took it home and you did a real quick edit. There's not a lot that goes into editing videos. It doesn't have to be, and it's from you, so it doesn't have to be professional grade because it's your little gift, right? So just putting your name, making sure that your name is on that video, because if it goes viral, you want to make sure that you're associated with your station and that you did this video and you went the extra mile for your guest. So you're handling your guests before they arrive and way after they leave, right? You may have even made accommodations for them at some great activity that's going on in the neighborhood or in town, and you've called ahead and made, so they're still being handled by you even though they're not in the restaurant anymore. That's the kind of hospitality HTBT means. Okay, so you're going to be handling your guests. You're going to be making money for the business owner, making money for him, meaning creating more repeat clientele, not just taking the order for the steak and getting the percentage of the steak, which is really just about 3 cents for every restaurant owner. They know exactly. I mean, it's not a huge margin that they're making. So you're taking an order, you're only making 3 cents for him. But when you have HTBT on your resume, you're not only telling him you're taking that order and you know how, but you're telling him that you're going to be driving more traffic in and selling more steaks. So multiplying that steak, that 3%, 3 cents times, you know, over the lifetime of your career there, that restaurant owner is going to be happy and, you know, grateful to be able to shake your hand and call you a colleague when they see the HTBT on your resume. HTBT will be the new standard of service. I hope so. I'm marketing right now. I just started, so you'll start seeing HTBT bubble around in the internet. But I'm also going to be sending out brochures, business cards, all that, so that it's going to be a familiar word or an acronym. So if you are one of the few people that are have HTBT on your resume, this is a very, very cool thing. You know, it's not just restaurant business. It's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna say that you know how to create more money. You know how to create wealth for yourself. You know how to network. You know how to, when HTBT is on your resume, your employer knows that you're familiar with stopping by the area, the neighborhood businesses and getting business cards into those people's hands, and how to do it so that those business owners are sending people your way happily, gladly, and they know what's in it for them. You have to come to one of my seminars to learn how that works. But when people see the HTBT on or hear it, they're going to know that you have the business acumen to create possibilities, wealth, profits, whereas everyone else around you is creating problems, right? There aren't enough spoons, the ice machine is broken again. Who cares? That you're going to be in a totally different mindset. I can't even tell you how excited I am for you. It's really, exciting.